Man, let me share this real quick. Oh, now that was an ordeal. Just trying to get set up and everything. Figuring out the social media and trying to understand the algorithm and the different apps to use. Get myself out of the shadow banning and the purgatory and just figuring out how this thing works. The more I look at this and learn about it, the more I understand like the people that's getting it on these apps, they're not getting it by random. They're not. They understand the science behind it. You know, they study it and it shows in their output. You know what I mean? There's a lot to be gotten in the form of monetary from these apps that we use every day. So I'm like, if there's so many individuals that are benefiting fiscally from these applications, why can't I benefit? But in order to benefit, you know, I gotta understand the science of this more. You know, I'm learning a little by little. You know, I'm learning little by little. It's not something I'm passionate about. It's not something I love, like stand-up comedy. But you know, somehow I have to love aspects of it to be more motivated to learn more about it. Because it ain't just about it ain't just about the money. It's never just only about the money. Yeah. If it was only about the money, I'd be doing something else. Because I've been recording videos on YouTube's on and off since 2006. That's when I did some of my first ones back then, but just quick stuff. And I started recording consistently. And what I would do is I wouldn't go live, but I would always record a video. How would I do it? I would pre-record a video and then I would upload it. That was my style for a long time. Then Facebook Live came on. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing everything Facebook Live. Then I figured out how to download the Facebook Lives, and I started transferring them over. And then I just cut Facebook Live. I don't know how to get the quality better. You know what I'm saying? It's just not a good product to transfer from Facebook once you download it and then upload it to another platform. That like the quality is severely degraded. So now we just go directly to YouTube, man. And another hurdle I used to have was just posting across multiple platforms is extremely time consuming. You know, especially if you got a full-time job. What up, Jerome Wilkins? Your name is spelled mad different. That's crazy, Jerome. You know what I'm saying? Hey, anybody that's popping in, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Hit the hype button to give me those algorithms. Hit that bell notification. But yeah, I used to find that being extremely tedious. Like the way I would do it is, your name is Oliver. What up, Oliver? The way I would do it is, I would do the video in TikTok because it has some editing software. But I think the editing software in Instagram is a little better. But before I would do it in TikTok, you know what I'm saying? And with TikTok, they automatically save your video. So then boom, you can upload it to Instagram, you know, with the caption, with the captions and all that. And then you can upload it in Facebook or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But each one, I'm Mo Green, Jerome, I'm Mo Green, you know what I'm saying? But each one, you know, it would take time. It'd take a minute to do this, a minute and a half to do that, a minute, you know, across 4 or 5 platforms. And that's after producing your video, you know, that and doing this every single day. The time adds up, man. It adds up. That's where AI comes in. You know, Opus Clip. I stand by it. My boy Wayne Brown. Shout out if he ever watches this. He put me on the Opus Clip maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, but it was just about putting long form videos in, and it automatically cuts them up for you, edits it, and obviously it costs money. It's an editor. Somebody got to do it. You know, like the stuff costs money. You know what I mean? To put these to do this work, whatever. And I used it a little bit for that, but just not too much. And because I pay for so many subscriptions to so many different things, I wasn't really putting out my content or really thinking about the quality of my content that much, so I wasn't paying attention. It's only recently, maybe within the last, probably mainly since I've been putting on my podcast, which this is episode 109, and I've been doing this for like 21 weeks now. So I drop content Monday through Friday, long form for me is 30 minutes, via my my podcast Monday through Friday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube Live and Facebook. And just me doing that consistent, I wanted to step up the quality. So that's why I got a new phone, a screen cover, so it looks better now, because my old one was scratchy and dusty. This one is clear, you know what I'm saying? So the video quality looks better, much better. I wanted the sound to get better because, you know, like where my phone, I mount my phone to my vents on my car, and the bottom microphone, you know, the speaker, or the microphone rather, is right underneath the phone. And if you're not paying attention, you got that vent blowing. It sounds like you're in an air tunnel the whole time you record. So that's why I upgraded. I got this lapel mic. So, you know, I'm doing little things here, investing in myself, investing in the equipment to improve the quality of the production. But I still had the issue of every day posting this on multiple platforms. So I really started just looking at Opus Clip, and I realized, man, once you clip up your videos, you can connect all of your social medias to Opus Clip. And, you know, once you upload the video, they do the captions for you. They'll put it in the right aspect and ratio, visual ratios, depending on depending upon which platforms you're uploading to. And you can schedule all these websites, all these apps, you know, all these social media apps, platforms. When you post stuff, you can schedule stuff out. So that's what I was doing. I would schedule a bunch of stuff out, like one by one. And that still would take me a real long time. And I would only be scheduling stuff out one platform at a time. With this, because I use 5 platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter or X. It's one more. Facebook, Instagram. I don't know if it automatically goes to Threads. It probably does. But that's 5. Man, once I got the video uploaded, first of all, they do my captions for me. They cut it up for me, you know what I mean? They determine which parts of the video, especially if I put a long form video, like one of the shows that I headlined where I did like an hour or better. You know what I'm saying? It'll cut out what it thinks is the best points. It gives me decent captions. I can always go in and change them. Captions that it think will go viral, points of the video where it thinks it'll go viral, and I can schedule it to post at the same time across multiple platforms, weeks in advance. So it's a total game changer. And that's the title of this program tonight is Be Water. That's something that Bruce Lee said. He essentially, and I'm probably doing like a crude job of explaining what he was saying, but he was like, when you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. When you put water into a teapot, it becomes a teapot. When you put water into a kettle, it becomes the kettle. Basically, be able to adapt to whatever surrounding or situation that you're in. He said, now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. You know what I mean? And that's what this is, you know, social media, the way we post things, the way we put things out. If you don't get it, if you don't adapt, man, you're gonna have a hard time. You get left behind. You know, and I understand the importance of this social media aspect, so that's why you see me doing what it do, making it do what it do. You did be water. Now, this weekend I was supposed to have a gig in Maryland, right outside of DC. But if anybody knows of the area, there's a lot of thunderstorms. There's going to be some pretty bad thunderstorms. And the comedy show was going to be a backyard comedy show with a pool and stuff, like a pool party comedy show. So it got canceled, unfortunately. You know, and I had a lot of material, had a lot of ideas ready, you know, that I wanted to run within that audience. It's not going to happen anymore. So do I sulk and act sad, or do I become water and just adapt to a different situation? I choose to be water in this instance. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get some guest spots. I didn't hear anything, but me reaching out to a guest spot I wound up getting booked a gig next Saturday in Vermont. You know what I'm saying? Have I performed in Vermont before? I think I performed in New Hampshire. I don't know if I performed in Vermont yet. But anyway, point being, you know what I mean? If I would have just something like, damn, I don't got no gig, and just not tried to reach out to nobody or whatever, I wouldn't have the gig that's coming to me, and just putting me in front of a whole new circuit and a new set of eyes that have never seen me before. And it's basically blank slate. I don't know them, they don't know me. All I gotta do is deliver, get busy, do my thing. And I'm gonna make it do what it do. But I adapted within that situation. Like, okay, I'm not, the gig has been canceled this weekend. So immediately I started looking for other gigs. Me looking for other gigs pointed me into a situation that's potentially good. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. You got to be able to adapt, man. I wouldn't wish it on anybody, but sometimes with people, they might lose their dominant hand, so they learn how to do everything with their left hand. Some people lose both of their arms, they learn how to use their feet real good. Some people lose their feet, they get real good walking on their hands. It's all about adapting and playing the game as best to your ability with, what's the word I'm looking for? With the tools that you have at your disposal. We all got tools, different tools. Some of us have a pickaxe. Some of us have a buzzsaw. Some of us have a weed whacker. And they can all be used beneficially for different things. You just have to know how to use it, man. Whenever you're presented with whatever challenge you are presented with in life, be water, be ready and willing to adapt. You know what I mean? To the best of your ability, man. That's what I'm doing, man. It would have been dope to do comedy. I won't do the jokes, but I'm gonna tell you. Let's see, because I don't write notes anymore. Let's see if I can remember my set list. What would I have done? It's a black barbecue pool party, so I definitely would have opened up with the Frankie Beverly joke. Then I knew that joke is high energy, and it would have got me out of breath. So I would have slid in to the, you know, you're getting fat when you're getting tired from talking joke. I would have slid into that. And after that, I only got about 20 minutes, and there's a lot I want to say. And you know, I know it's more of a predominantly black audience, so I got jokes that more so leans towards a black audience, and I got jokes that lean more so towards the mixed audience. This particular audience that I was facing, I would have hit them with all my bangers for the barbecue, for the cookout style. You know what I'm saying? Not for the potluck, for the cookout. So after that joke, I definitely would have hit him with the life insurance joke, Then I would hit them with the Dollar General sheets joke. And then after that, I would have hit them with my girlfriend joke, right? I would have hit them with that one. Then I would have old joke and entry level old joke. And from there, I would have slid into the elderly woman at the grocery store, the Jimmy. I call that the Jimmy joke, the Jimmy Adolf joke. You know what I'm saying? I would hit him with that. Then after that, I would have hit him with the 47-year-old endangered species. Now we damn near 16 minutes right now. We almost done. About 20. Then after that, you know what? After the endangered species, I would have stopped because that's a long. Y'all heard a 7-minute joke. I would have stopped right at the you ain't never had cookies until you had grandma's oatmeal raisin cookies. I would have stopped right there. Then I would have slid into, as far as I know, I don't have any children. I would have slid into the African baby. And then after that joke, at the top of it, I'm literally seeing the head. And as I'm telling you guys these jokes, I'm like, nah, not that one. Because I got a bunch of new stuff, but I feel like it's for more of a broader audience. And I might challenge myself, like the joke about no thugs being in Vermont. I might do that. I don't trust nobody that don't eat no pancakes. That and the thugs in Vermont joke, those jokes actually go together. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely merge those two together. I would merge those two together. Is this motherfucker really going to drive almost 100 miles per hour and stay right now? I mean, man, come on, man. You know what? Yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to spy hunter this motherfucker. Get the fuck back, bitch. But anyway, yeah, somebody's tailgating me. I was like, I'm doing damn near 100, and they still like right behind me for some strange reason. So I'm gonna look for a clearing in. I'm not even gonna signal while I do this just to be a dick. Like this fucking faggot ass motherfucker. Excuse my language. For no reason, y'all. Why? In your Volkswagens. Sorry, I cursed. I got a little bit angry. I show a little bit of frustration, but sometimes when people tailgate, I test it to see, am I going too slow or are they just jerks? And like the other day, I got up to 110 miles per hour, and the dude was still being a dickhead. Now, like, if you see what this guy is doing, he's trying to weave in between people, doing all this dangerous, death-defying stuff. That's why, like, when the traffic is like crazily backed up, it's because, let me flip this around. It's in the black, hold on. Oh, the phone fell. The phone fell. Let me show you. Hold on. Oh my God. I can't even open this shit. When traffic usually backed up like that, it's because of, well, you can't see him now. Oh yeah, you kind of can. It's the jerks right there. You see that dude that just changed the lane and passed on the right way up there? In front of that red truck is because of jerks just like him. Being mad and impatient, doing all this death-defying stuff, then their impatience causes traffic to be backed up for 30 or 40 minutes just because they was in a rush to get home to do some crack cocaine with their boyfriend. And that's a dude, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having a boyfriend, but there's definitely something wrong with having a boyfriend rushing home to do crack cocaine with him, putting everybody on the highway at risk, and even put myself at risk because I had to flip the camera around just to show y'all the nonsense I was dealing with. Excuse my language, I cursed, I said some bad things, and I really apologize. I was not being water. If I was water in that situation of my road rage, that was the water crashing. I done dropped my phone, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a blackness for a minute, accidentally turned the camera off. I was doing all types of stuff wrong. But I'm still safe. And I want y'all to have a wonderful, wonderful weekend and just adapt to your situations and your environments to be the best, whatever it is that you are aspiring to be. With that being said, there is no such thing as writer's block. If the comedy gods have not given you anything new to scribe on that page, it is their way of telling you to work out the things they already gave you. Stay away from the nonsense, stay away from the negativity, stay away from the gossip, stay away from the rumors, stay away from the foolishness. Focus on the funny and lead with love, because life is not something that happens in spite of you. Life is an experience for you to behold, so get to behold it. With that being said, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I got a 3-day weekend. I'm about to rest and rebuild the body since I'm no longer going to Maryland. Peace.